Disney Lorcana changes has forced Costco into deep discounts, so we capitalized, but was it worth it? Let's break it down. 24 packs, $60 spent. Costco, oh my goodness, I cannot believe what has happened. We kept these two stacks separate. These are the deck box packs. This is what came out of the actual boxes. So we wanted to keep them separate just as a bit of a test. Let us know what you think is going to have the better pull rates. Obviously there's, you know, slight differentials, the amount of packs, I should say. We're going back in time with Inklands a little bit. I know we haven't released a Lorcana video in a little bit here, but here we go. We really wanted to know.
There's no magic trick.
I know, it's gonna be weird. It's been a while, Lorcana. Oh, Kita. I still love this movie. The editor still hasn't seen the movie.
No time.
I
but
know.
Hey, with Costco basically giving these away.
Practically
giving them. Practically.
So, as you guys may or may not have figured out, we bought as many as packs would fill a box, a booster box.
Yeah.
So 24 packs to open. For those of you who are wondering, we're wondering if we can pull a card, one card that will essentially pay for the whole darn thing. And we'll keep a little tally if there's a big card that we pull. Oh, Robin Hood, not the one we're looking for. There is one that is quite the hit.
Well, yeah, there's how many cards that would pay for all 6 of the boxes we bought versus how many we're even opening?
Yeah, so for those of you who are a little confused, we're opening 4 boxes today. We bought 6. So we're keeping 2 aside just because I like to keep 1 or 2 things sealed for the future, that it be, and this is not because I keep things sealed, let's be very clear, purely because I will most likely open them later as a versus against a different product, a different Costco product, because Costco usually likes to buy the same product. Ravensburger will most likely release a very similar product down the line, and we like to do versus. It's purely only due to those reasons, and that's why we've kind of stashed 1 or 2 away, or we will open them in a different video. So we kept 2 aside. So we spent about $100 in total on this Costco trip. Ooh, there is our first super rare there. Now, if it is valued at more than $15, you will see a magic number appear. Thank you, editor. If it isn't, oh, back-to-back super rares.
Heck yeah.
Scrooge McDuck. So if it is in that $15 ballpark, you will see magic flutter numbers pop up. If it isn't, then you will not, and we'll keep a tally to see kind of how much we're getting back, and whether or not we and this is not because we want to see whether or not we're making a profit or anything like that. Let's be clear, we're just curious. This is purely out of curiosity. So 7 enchanteds will pay for all of the boxes we bought. And 21 cards in this current set will pay for 1 box alone. So we'll pay for the $15 spend.
And then some, most of them.
And, you know.
Some of them are like close to like 2.
And much more.
It's, yeah.
And so that'll give you an idea of what the cards are sitting out there. There's some super rare cards that are significantly high up there. There's some legendary cards that are significantly up there. And then, of course, there are the enchanteds. There are those 7 enchanteds that we're after, which, of course, would be super fun to pull. It would just pay for everything, which would be insane.
Super easy maths on that, if that's the case.
Goodness. Chansey. Another super rare there. Oh, and the Simba Hollow.
Cool. Very cool.
Beautiful, beautiful. For those of you who are wondering about my collection, I've got 12 cards in this set left to find. And that does not include the hollows. Let's be very clear.
Not a true mastering of the
We
set,
are
but
not
that's okay.
mastering. I'm completing.
Yeah.
There is a difference.
That's fair.
This is not a master set. This is a completing set. And this is completing without enchanteds. Not interested in spending billions of dollars on this. Now this set, with it coming out of rotation, as those of you who are keeping up with Lorcana, they have created a rotation system, and so this set has significantly dived since Lorcana has announced rotation, because most people who are into Lorcana are playing now. Oh, look at that cutie.
Nice.
Look at that cute rare. Oh my goodness. Now this is my fantasy enchanted
Chase card?
yeah, this is definitely my chase, and ironically it is not that expensive, especially for those of you who are talking Pokemon chases.
Lately,
this
yeah.
card is like $42 right now, and quite frankly I might just pick it up because it used to be over $100, and I just really like it. So that is definitely a card on my list. Now, as you've noticed, or may not have noticed, I've just been opening from the one side. I want to get even over here, and then we'll start opening on both. We haven't opened anything crazy
Nothing
just
crazy,
yet.
but I mean, looking at the stats, so we pulled some stats on booster boxes for Into the Inklands.
Yes.
And we're looking at 32 rares, 11 super rares, and 4 legendaries. So I think we're well on our way to hitting most of those numbers already.
We're definitely, I would say, like pretty on par.
Yeah, the rares will for sure hit. Like,
yeah, I'm not concerned.
There's another 2. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious on those legendaries, and
it's really the legendaries. I'm curious
where we're gonna stack.
If the loose packs or deck packs are really gonna bridge that gap, but I don't know.
I'm definitely, as you guys know, we have not opened, compared to some other people, have not opened that much Lorcana, and I have only gotten 2 enchanteds. I
only remember. Oh yeah, we did get 2. Yeah.
Yeah, we did finally. We got
one.
2 kind of back to back there,
yeah.
and by no means were they enchanteds.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. I'm still
crazy,
very happy with my enchanteds.
There's another super rare.
There's another super rare. I'm very happy with my enchanteds, but they weren't like insane enchanteds.
Yeah.
So I am interested in this. By opening this many of these, are we gonna pull one? 24 packs of these. It's gonna be kind of interested, and I am interested to see if Lorcana does end up doing this deal again with Costco.
Hard to say, considering that I think they had a hard time moving it, but it's also kind of an older set when they got it. So.
But that's kind of the point of Costco, right? It's that older set for kind of people who are like, Lorcana, is that something I want to try out? You know, even when it was, $40, we bought some.
Yeah.
It was still a really good deal, especially with that Mickey. And for those of you who aren't
Mickey,
who aren't in the awares, in the know, this beautiful Mickey, which is a promo, which Lorcana doesn't do a lot of promos yet, but this is a beautiful Mickey promo that they released only in this box. It's the only way you could get it is in this box, and so for those completionists or those Mickey fans, they had to get their hands on this box to get this Mickey promo. And the irony of all of this is that promo is currently worth $15
or just
Canadian.
about 15. So
I think it's like 14 something.
Yeah.
So we've kind of already gotten our value out, which is insane. Like, you sell that promo and you got all these cards to do with it what you wish. It's a great way to start a collection. It's a great way to, just have some fun. There we've got a beautiful Hollow Peter Pan.
Hollow rare. There we go.
I have no idea what this Hollow Peter Pan is worth.
This is
going to be interesting.
We'll put it up.
That'll be interesting.
Are we getting even? No.
Are we at 8 and 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more to go. And so that was the craziness. When we found these boxes and then I comped that Mickey, I was like, how can we just not buy these boxes? Like, hello.
Yeah, it's wild that promo's still worth that much considering what they're selling these boxes for.
I thought for sure
wild.
that Mickey would have dropped to, $5, $6, maybe $7.
But no, she holding steady. So.
And I think the reality is yeah, they did make a lot of these boxes, but you have to be a Costco member, and there are certain things that require you. And so people who don't, still have to buy it on the secondary market to get their hands on this Mickey. And that's what's kind of keeping this promo a fairly good price. And so for these boxes to be Ursula
rare,
not the Ursula we're looking for. I'm still missing an Ursula in the set. I can't pull it. I just can't pull Ursula to save my life. This is the only one I seem to be able to pull. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Oh, Pongo. This Pongo super rare was the holo version of this Pongo is actually worth quite a bit of money. But I don't know if I have it or not. Okay, here we go. Here's where the real battle starts. Here is where we go. Okay, now we're going to go back and forth.
There's no way you're getting a legendary out of a deck pack. There's no way.
You know what? There's a lot of people that will randomly pick up a deck pack at a Walmart, and then they'll be like, car pull. And so
nope.
Let's find out. I'm going with the deck packs. So for those of you who are wondering, I am pretty adamant that some of these decks are pretty loaded. They want people who are getting into the game to have a good experience. I don't know. That's my theory. Let's see. RLS Legacy. Where's that? Is that Peter Pan?
Must be. A lot of these cards are Peter Pan, so must be.
Interesting. I don't know if I have more. The legendary of this guy is adorable. Mr. Space Goo. Ooh!
Super rare holo.
Super rare holo.
Dang.
Okay, well that's a pretty good pull.
That's pretty good.
That's a pretty good pull. Just saying. So let's, keep trucking along here. So I am very happy with those boxes.
Oh yeah, just fantastic.
Just as a whole, obviously if you're a Mickey fan, you're obviously wanting Neverland.
Or if you have kids or whatever, cheap way to get into it.
Absolutely. Now obviously
15 bucks is wild.
The people that are like, well, you can't really play with them and all of that. Yeah, I get it.
Ooh. Hello.
Is this the Ursula I need?
I think it might be. Whoo.
Unfortunately, this is not the Ursula I need, but it is the Ursula worth over $12.50. And so this is one of the Ursulas we considered in the pay for a box. Now, does it fully pay for a box? It's darn close. So we did include it in our number 21. It was literally number 21 on the list. That is insane.
Awesome.
And so, hey, that's pretty darn good. This did come out of
that's right, out of the loose packs. You're right.
Out of the loose packs.
You are correct.
But Ursula, thank you. And I don't need Ursula, so I guess that's going to be going into the to sell pile, which will be fabulous because I don't need you. Okay.
Back to the deck box.
But hey, if the deck packs bring me cards that I need, I'm very happy with that too. Hey, deck pack, you want to open for me? Oh, this one's double sealed. Either way, I'm just gonna absolutely enjoy opening up some cheap Lorcana in these day and age where we can't even open or get our hands on Pokemon.
There you go.
And so, ooh, Moana. Oh, Diablo. I cannot wait to open the new Lorcana set, which we also already have in the studio and just haven't had a chance to open. We'll be getting, hopefully, that video out soon. Ooh, Surhis.
Okay. All right.
Well, that was a bit of a flop. But we'll keep going. I just hope
One enchant. Just one enchant.
Well, yeah, or any of those big cards that we that Robin Hood.
A big legendary. In theory, hopefully we'll get around 4 legendaries. So
yeah, and we've gotten 2 so far. So
okay, I can't remember what the other one was, but
nothing special.
Okay,
to be honest. Ooh, again.
Another one.
Again.
Duplicate. Okay.
I'm wondering. I'm assuming not worth much.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
If that's the second we pull. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I think we hit our basically hit our super rares already. Sure, we hit our rares, but yeah, legendaries is gonna be tough. Halfway there.
And honestly, we may not, because it's not a box, right? Like,
and those are just averages anyway.
Well, and that's the other thing. So
it's kind of,
you just never know what's gonna happen. Ooh, Prince Eric, we have not seen you. Another super rare. And some of the super rares are worth just a lot of money on their own.
Heck yeah.
People dismiss them, and people dismiss the rares. Some of the rares, I look at them and I'm like, excuse me? Like,
I mean, a lot of that's tied to playability, which is no longer a factor in the set, really. So,
well, and I think there's also just certain people like certain cards, depending on who the character is. And there's going to be a lot of that long term, just in general, with this game. When you talk about certain characters, that it be Mickey Mouse, that it be, some of those big characters.
More Ursulas for you.
Really, Ursula? Can I just have the one I'm missing?
Wall Ursulas.
Just never the one I need. This always seems to happen to me. There's like these last 2 or 3 cards that I can just never seem to pull.
Yeah, so far it's not like there's some value obviously with the promos, but like, guess we'll see.
It's going to be interesting to see if they really get into the promo game and start like pushing more promos out. I hope they don't, quite honestly. I really like the fact that they're keeping this pretty clean, but we'll see what they do in the long term. Ooh, Simba. Another super rare there. It is a beautiful one. Oh, and then the magic broom. I do like that they're putting it in their like more specialty products, and like if you want the specialty products, the reason to buy them is because there's that that special thing in it, and that includes that extra card. I think that's fun.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think keeping the rest of their products pretty clean, I think has I don't know. I've enjoyed that side of it, because like with Pokemon, it's like if you want to do a master set, there's so many auxiliary products.
That's fair for the master sets. Yeah,
like to master a set includes mastering the set of all the cards of that set. It's incredibly challenging to do, because you're like, oh, if it's a true master, you have to have all the promos from that set, and it's just very, very hard to do.
All right, where are we at?
The other card I really like from this set is Kita, of course, but the Enchanted Kita is an absolute beauty. Let us know in the comments which Enchanted is your favorite from this set.
There's some good ones in this set.
Speaking of this movie, Mr. Marlowe. Ooh,
another Ursula for you. Another Ursula for you.
Not the one I need. Atlantis. Please tell me I'm not the only one that like remembers this movie, watched it on repeat as a child. I loved Atlantis. Oh, Piglet!
Oh, that's super rare.
So adorable.
Love it, love it.
I want more Eeyore cards. Lorcana, if you're listening. An Eeyore set, please. I know there's a lot of us that would appreciate it. I know I'm not the only one. Or, a whole Winnie the Pooh set. I know there's been Pooh cards.
There's been a lot of Winnie the Pooh cards, which is good.
I did finally get myself the Pooh.
The Pooh mat.
The Pooh mat, which was literally made my day. It probably made my week.
Yeah, I think so. You're pretty pumped.
It was quite special. It was quite special. Ooh, that is such a beautiful art.
Mm-hmm.
That's so stunning.
That's a good scene in the movie too.
It is. But that's just a beautiful, beautiful piece of art.
Oh boy, getting down to the nitty gritty. I don't know if we're gonna pull it enchanted.
Hey, it could be last pack magic.
Cool.
We don't know. We just don't know.
Haven't had a legendary in a while either.
Grammatala is going to bring the love.
Let's see.
And is going to bring us some absolute magic.
Or these boxes kind of does. I don't know. They've been pretty consistent.
We've gotten some. Oh,
here we go. There's a legendary. Okay.
The Hydra. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
That's awesome.
And then nothing crazy.
Too spectacular,
but okay, we got the
third legendary.
That's the third legendary. So we're on pace.
Yeah, it's pretty close to a.
So the only thing is that enchanted, and let's be very real. Like for those of you who are new to LORCANA or don't know the stats, the enchanted stats are 1 for every 3 booster boxes.
3 to 4, yeah. So it's
it's supposed to be 3. And so that's what? How many packs do you need to open? 24 times 3? Someone want to do the math on that? It's a lot of
96.
packs.
1 in 96.
Yeah. It's
there. Super rare. Okay.
And so, speaking of
Eeyore,
look at that beautiful donkey. I don't know if I got that one, so I'll put that aside.
Yeah, I might not have the hollow of that one.
Well, yeah, I know I got the regular, but I don't know if I have the hollow. So, master, right? As if. But
never know. 2 more boxes. It's over here too.
And I do understand why they've done it that way, but I think it's still a little excessive. Yeah. I've always said 1 for every 2.
Yeah.
Is the most it should ever be.
I like 1 per box. But.
Well, but I think like 1 for box, Pokemon does that. They're 36 packs is what they used to be.
Yeah.
It's gotten even worse now. They only do 24 packs, right? So I can understand doing, forcing you to buy 2 boxes so that you get your shot at the enchanted. I get that. Consumerism. But any more than that is, to me, a little nuts.
That's why they need more variant, like more full art variants. Like something below.
Well, and they've worked on that.
I know, something below the enchanted, but above
the legendary.
Yeah, just like more full arts, I think, is kind of.
Well, and they've done a little bit of work on that in the newer sets. That's why, I am looking forward to opening up that new set.
Randy Jafar.
Yeah, with the split inks, and to see how I feel about that. Ursula, you bugger. And so we'll see. But I don't know. That's always been one of my biggest grievances with it. Enchanted should be 1 and 2. No more having, and it's not even guaranteed every 3 either. It's not like if you bought a box that.
Oh, a case of them?
Like a case. Like if you bought a case, you'd be guaranteed to get one.
That's why I like 1 per box, but that's just me.
So it's kind of one of those things.
Or 1 full art per box. I would go with that even, but.
Well, that's why the legendaries are there.
I know.
But I don't know. I think that would be my one. Oh,
there you go.
She is.
There's your number 4.
There's our 4th. Okay, so.
Pretty much on par.
They're on par. So all the stats are definitely there.
Yep.
Except for obviously the enchanted is not been
that's
there
luck
yet.
of the draw.
Our dear enchanted. Grammatala, absolutely stunning blues. Oh my goodness.
That's a great card.
Beautiful card.
Okay, last pack magic. Let's see if the deck boxes can pull one out. Did you even get a legendary out of the deck boxes?
I think I got 1.
Okay.
I think I got 1 legendary.
Okay.
We definitely got more legendaries out of the other ones.
Well, we should have, because we opened double the amount of packs, but.
Well, yes, there is that too. From a pull ratio.
Yeah. Let's see.
Let's see. Do we get any last pack magic? I hope you've enjoyed this little experiment. we've done. You will know before I do whether or not the polls have brought it in or this was a Costco failure. So let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Oh, we got ourselves a super rare.
All right.
And what is the holo? Well, it's a beautiful kitty, which we'll always take. If you'd like to keep on chasing on, check out the LORCANA playlist over here next.